There was a say, in the beginning of time, there was a podcast. Beer Bubble! It's a bit fucking cold in here. I'm wearing a nice shirt
If
for
I say
that.
it into the microphone, people might hear what I'm talking about as well. It's a bit cold in here.
Yes, it is. Welcome back to Beer Bubbles.
Welcome back to Beer
That was
Bubbles.
a bit of a weird intro, but that became the intro apparently.
The bubbliest podcast in the world, according to
Us.
you and me.
Yeah,
us.
exactly.
Is that us? Yeah, that's us.
As a little secret for a question that we're going to do later about something favorite. Skål.
Well, cheers. And cheers, you guys. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
This is actually the second episode of 2024,
Yeah.
but it's the first recorded in 2024.
Yes. And we're going to talk a little bit about 2023
Yes.
and 2024, but mostly 2023.
Yeah,
I
well,
guess.
we haven't had that much of 2024 yet. It's the
No,
11th,
11th,
today, I think. Yeah.
So, just a couple of days.
Yeah. And you and me sitting down together again.
Yes.
First time in ages.
Yes, without people as well.
Yeah, just you and me.
Just you and me.
Hmm?
And we have some. You have some cool Belgian beers
Well,
going here.
Sebastian from Spivi, who's one of our suppliers. God, my English has disappeared over New Year, I think.
your shit
Spivi,
together.
one of our suppliers, Sebastian there, he graciously gave me a advents calendar with 23 beers and one key ring. And this advents calendar was from a brewery that I can't really pronounce properly, but it's Hughe or something like that in Belgium. Their most famous beers are the Delirium. They have different varieties of it. Actually, I had one of the Delirium Noel on Christmas Eve. Was absolutely fantastic.
We did have it on tap at Akkurat as well.
Yes, we did.
Delicious.
But these 4 beers are from that advents calendar. And it's not your usual suspects, because Delirium are famous for their Tremens and their Nocturnum. And Delirium Tremens is, if you don't know it, an illness that you get from drinking too much alcohol. So it's a psychic illness that you get from drinking too much alcohol. And hence the pink elephants. Because when you drink too much, you see pink elephants. You get delirious, so delirium.
Yeah. And it's a fantastic beer as well. So.
Yeah, it is. It is.
But let's start talking about 2023.
Yep.
Another year at Akkurat for both of us. You started a beer club. And we talked a little bit about this in the podcast as well.
Yeah, we did. And it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
It was
years
crazy.
over. Yeah. So
We had 146 members, I think, we got over the year. We had 11 beer meetings. We went to Uppsala Craft Beer Festival together, or at least 40 of us turned up. You couldn't because you were working there. No, you weren't in town.
No, I was in Nice.
You were in,
I was
you
in
were
France.
recording in Nice.
Yeah, I was in France.
What else did we do? We've had loads of events and stuff going on.
You had
and
a
tastings.
couple of cool suppliers coming here telling about or showing their products and,
Yeah.
and stuff like
Spivi was one of them.
that. Spivi, yeah.
Cask Brewing Company, Galatea,
I don't know
Hop
if
Notch was here.
Hop Notch, Närke was here.
But that was a tasting. Yeah,
tasting,
there
yeah.
wasn't a beer
yes,
meeting.
That's true.
and the brewery,
The brewery. Yeah.
Ville. Thank you, man. You've
Brewery
been a star and a fantastic helper for the beer club this year.
He has.
He's a good guy.
Good guy. A really
He's
good
also
guy.
together with my niece. So if you don't behave,
Smack him in the head.
So what have you been? Because you've done a few recordings without me this year.
Yeah.
And
So-
that's mostly abroad.
Yeah, the first one that didn't happen.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
oh God, I've never heard you be so mad
Nah.
ever. You got to tell them which brewery this was, because
I still haven't told. I have told you and like people know, but I haven't officially said which brewery.
do
And
because
the fun thing is
the way they treated you was shit.
the funny thing is that the other like last week my wife came home and she's like, I got a new barley wine from that brewery. I'm like, you know what brewery that is, right? It's like,
Oh, is it that one? Yep.
So which brewery was it? Come on, spill the beans.
I got it. I don't know if I want to. All
No,
right,
you don't have to.
No, it's. I don't like to do it like that. The people that knows, but it's not a way to treat somebody.
You go all the way to Scotland, and you end up going to a
when you have the
brewery just outside of Edinburgh.
Yeah, you have to travel to get there as well. I had to travel for like 45 minutes. But yeah, shit happens.
You were happier when I spoke to you later on that morning, because you were sitting on the beach.
No, well, by the beach.
By the beach
in a pub,
having
waffles and bacon with maple syrup and a pint of dark ale. That was 10 a.m. in the morning. So that was fantastic. And then I recorded with the Blue Coast Brewing Company in
you were
Nice.
in Nice.
Met Robert Bush.
And he's not working there anymore.
I don't think so.
Because he was going to open up his own winery.
No, he bought a house in Italy and moved there and has his own wine yard. So he's just renovating that and trying to. So I think he still like worked extra and like handing over to the new brewers what they should do and stuff like that. But he's going back and forth between the house and Blue Coast and or Nice.
But if you're located in Stockholm or around Stockholm, please join the beer club at Akkurat, because we have shitloads of fun.
Yeah,
we do.
I'm betting you can't tell anything about 2024 Beer Club.
Well, it's not going to be exactly the same as last year, because last year I pulled out all the stops. I called all our suppliers, had them come here, show off their beers, and I can't mooch on them too much. I still have to work with them. But you will not be disappointed. We will have good times. I'm actually right now planning a beer trip to Germany for the beer club. I've just sent out a question to a couple of travel agencies to see if we can go in May, fly down to Frankfurt, drive to, take a bus to Bamberg, stay in Bamberg for 2 days, and then a bus to Munich, and then have the bus available for us to travel to different breweries around Munich, stay there for 3 days and fly home again. So that's going to be hopefully be something that happens in May.
I'm going to take a few days off in May, apparently.
I just spoke to our restaurant manager, and he said no one in the staff gets off during those days. But I might swing it for you. We have to record.
I'm the helper.
Well, we have to record as well. Yeah.
I'm the helper. I'm the roadie.
Well, you got the notebook here.
I've got a little
and
notebook.
I can't read your writing anyhow.
I'm the host today. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm leading the question.
Should we open a beer while you're
open
that
beer.
one? Should I open that? If you give me the opener.
I'll give you the opener. I sadly, because next point I want to talk about a little bit was the festivals last year. I missed Bruskival. God damn it.
I did not.
You did not, and this year is the last year of Bruskival.
Yeah,
which is really sad. But
I've already taken that week off. So
yeah, I'm gonna do that as well because I promised him to come, Marcus.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna live up to that, and I really want to go the last time.
Yeah. I just pressed something, but that was the volume button. I pressed it upwards, so it's all right.
Imagine if you just ended the episode in the middle, right here. Fuck it, let's drink beer. No. But you were down there, Bruskival, and had a good time. And then we were at the first year of Öl and Sprit Mässan.
Yes, that was really cool.
That was a really cool festival.
Yeah.
And
I think that's going to pick up. It wasn't that many beer exhibitioners this year, but that was because it was like 3 weeks after Stockholm Beer and Whiskey, which had moved. I was there, and they had moved to a different location that was much smaller. And the suppliers or the brewers kind of choose one or the other. And I think next year, Öl och Sprit Mässan will get more exhibitioners on the beer side.
But he also, Stanley said that he wanted to keep it quite small for the first year as well, keep it controlled to see how it goes the first year.
He's a proper pro.
Yeah, he's a fucking pro. Like that's, well, he does this for a living.
Well, he's what did he say? He started up 13 different festivals in Sweden during the last 5 or 10 years.
Yeah.
And they're still running.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's someone who knows what they're doing. And,
Yeah.
and what really goes through is that he is really interested in keeping his exhibitioners happy.
Yeah.
He goes around making sure they're all right, taking care of them, making sure that no one lacks anything.
We barely caught him for those 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
He
Yeah, he was
like, all right, I promise. So let's do this. And he just went. Yeah, but good guy and good festival. I look forward to next year as well to see what happens. Hopefully, I'm not working afterwards this time. All right.
We're
This was the-
drinking Argentum, Delirium Argentum, which is their like amber ale that is dry hopped.
Hopped amber IPA beer.
Yes, so it's kind of a Belgian amber IPA with dry hopping, really crisp. Well, you tell me. Cheers.
Cheers. That's nice.
It is good, isn't it?
But it
I wanted you to say something first.
It has that little.
You can feel the Belgian yeast.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You can feel the Belgian yeast. It's like a dark ale kind of fruitiness, but you have that fresh hoppiness as well.
And it's really dry on the afternoon.
Yeah.
This
That
is
is good.
7%. You could fool me with this.
Jesus Christ.
Because this is
Danger alert. Danger alert.
really good beer.
Very easy drinkable. Like
If you drink too many,
It's
you will see
quenchable.
pink elephants.
yeah, it's quenchable.
Yeah, it's quenchable.
Quite quenchable.
Good stuff.
Okay, we actually cheated today.
Did
and
we?
Talked about this before
Oh, yeah.
the interview. Or the interview, the talk. Because, as you know, our last question in the podcast is quite hard. So we cheated.
Yeah.
and thought about this before. But
Well, you did. I tried to, but I couldn't.
Nah.
Couldn't focus.
It's so difficult. Favorite beers from last year.
And then I had my mind set up, and then you said, no, they have to be released last year.
And
I
that
was like,
a bit difficult. Memory bank. So many good beers last year. And one of those that stood out for me are several. So I don't have one, but Sigge Stout was one of the first ones I came up with from Nyköping. That was a really
good.
Really solid stout. And there was a few more. There was Sigtuna's Midvinterblut.
Yeah, I
Amazing.
don't know if it was released last year, but it
probably
was,
not. But we got it. Yes,
We actually got the last keg as well,
so it counts.
and that was matured on Agitator casks. Agitator is a Swedish whiskey producer, and Sigtuna, sadly, their brewery has been shut down now.
Yeah.
So it was kind of one of the last hurrahs from them.
From what I've read, the
production is gone.
Production is gone.
The brand is going to live on.
Exactly, the brand's going to live on at other breweries. It's going to brew some of the brands.
I spoke to the head rep for Sigtuna, and he said that they're now looking at breweries that can keep the quality and keep the volume, but they send a brewer there to brew the beer, but they can't afford. So what they said to me was, in Sweden, beer alcohol is monopolized.
Yeah.
And if you don't get this big hit with the Swedish monopoly, it's really hard to keep a big brewery going.
Yeah, it is.
And they never had that big hit at Systembolaget or the monopoly. So they ended up and also their landlord raised their rent. They realized, no, this is not economically viable anymore. So they had to take that hard decision and shut the brewery down.
It's
but
sad.
the brand is going to live on. And, well, the Agitator was fantastic.
Yeah.
I've got a few others.
Yeah. Närke Doublewood.
That was amazing. And also, one thing that I found really interesting was the Goudakoit. If you listened to the last episode of Beer Bubbles, you know all about Goudakoit.
Which will be released tomorrow for us.
For us, yeah. So it's you've probably listened to it already if you've listened to us.
And that's brewed by Andrew Colley.
Andrew Colley at Nynäshamns Bryggeri. Also one of the best breweries in Sweden.
Yeah. one of the best mustaches in Sweden.
Oh yeah. He's a fantastic guy.
Love
Really
your
nice.
mustache, Andy.
I actually spoke to him day before yesterday when I was
Yeah.
done editing everything and spoke to him about the beer a bit. So. And Brian,
Oh, Brian.
Barclays.
Not brewed yet last year, but we're
No.
towards that now.
I had stuff brewed last year.
Oh yeah, you did.
Because he was down at Brewskival,
right,
and I tried one of his kegged beers, and this was quite cool because the connection didn't grip properly, so he sprayed beer all over the tent, and then the connection was broke. So he took a carpet knife and cut a hole in the keg, because it was a Dolium keg.
Yeah.
And then poured beer in pitchers and poured it at the festival. And that beer was kind of, as if I remember this rightly, it was remnants of different barrels. The last dregs in several different
like a blend
barrels
of
that he
that.
mixed together. And that was, I can't remember the name of it. I will try to find out what it was and put it in the comments. But that was mind-blowingly good.
Brian, you have my home address. Send me a bottle.
I don't think there's any left.
No.
I think that
Probably
he actually,
not.
out of these barrels, he got one keg out of it.
Yeah.
And that was served at Brew School.
That's mental.
So you missed something.
God damn it. I'm not going to miss Brewskival this year, though. Not going to. But speaking of like all-time favorite beers, last year as well, Uppigårds Pilsner, which we're drinking right now.
Yeah, but it's a fantastic Pilsner. We also had some beautiful German Pilsners in it, accurate. And the last and only keg of Arctus barrel matured 2022.
Yeah.
That we got that 10-liter little
the
mini keg.
He found it like in a trash area, right?
I found one barrel, and
Underneath,
this,
like
this
empty
is
kegs.
not a whole. Lots of brewers say like, "Oh, we found this barrel that we hid away ages ago." This was actually true because one of his co-workers came and said, "This is not in the inventory. What's this?" And he actually thought it was an empty barrel,
Yeah.
Ole, and it wasn't. It was full, and then you realize, oh, that's the barrel of Arctus that I put in there, just to have that somewhere. And we were supposed to have it at the beer club opening meeting last year in the end of January. But then Ole got COVID and Olof got sick as well. So we ended up having it at a tasting in, I think it was September or something.
Yeah, you did
August
like
or September.
the mini bar.
No, we did it down here for the beer meeting.
Beer
For a tasting first, and then I had it in...
yeah.
No, I had it upstairs, and then... anyhow, it was a beautiful beer.
It was served at Akkurat.
Yes.
It was fantastic. What's the coolest aged beer you had?
Actually, I had so many. And Girardin to me is always Girardin. But...
Anything that stood out from...
But Hansen 05. We had that in May, or was it? No, on the 6th of June for the National Beer Day.
Yeah.
And that was absolutely freaking amazing. We still have like 10 bottles left. So
It's probably good to drink
it's
now.
probably, but it's supposed to be drunk like pretty soon. But it's absolutely fantastic.
I had one, actually from Broveri de Mollen.
The Molen, huh?
Their Rasputin.
Benno stuff, yeah. They actually had, it's not called the old Rasputin, it's just called Rasputin.
Rasputin, and they can't call it that anymore, which I understood from Anders because of some legal
Okay.
shit. But yeah, so our bar manager Anders, we had a tasting. Cece was working, so he couldn't join. My buddy Jonah from Canada had his own little beer cellar here in Sweden that he needed emptied out because his buddy's gonna move from that apartment. So as a good friend, I said I can help him and get some
how many
people.
were you? We're like
We
four
were
or five
four
people.
people.
Yeah.
Then Anders brought a bottle which has been standing on his shelf in his living room for ages. So this beer is brewed in 2008. It's brewed, I don't remember exactly the date, but in October 2008. Exactly 2 weeks after it was brewed, I checked the calendar, 2 weeks exactly, 14 days. They bottle it. And then, yeah. And then Anders got it on the shelf and it stood there for years. so it hasn't been aged properly. When we open this bottle, you know those mushrooms in the forest? I don't know what they're called, but when you step on them, they...
Oh, it's like smoke.
Yeah,
mushroom.
smoke
Yeah,
mushroom,
yeah,
yeah. The core kind of looked like that, and looked like it would fucking incinerate as soon as you touched it. It was just like starting to get holes in it. It was so dry. It was just... Everything looked so bad. Like, this is gonna taste like shit. Because we cooled it down before, obviously. It was amazing. Like, for what it was, like, this
cool.
is actually good. And it still held up, and it hadn't turned soy sauce or anything like that. And we had a theory that it could be, since they didn't age it afterwards, because they bottled it so early.
Yeah, was still lots of sugar left in it.
Lots of things to happen in the
But
bottle.
there's still a lot of residue sugar as well to balance out that like soy sauce umami stuff that comes.
So it was actually drinkable and quite enjoyable. So that is the coolest one for me, like to drink a beer like that.
I've just poured another beer.
I see that.
And this I've never tried before. It's a beer from the Delirium range, but it's a sour
I've tried this
fruit
one
beer.
Before. Yeah.
It's the Delirium Red. And I've never tried it, so I'm really interested.
I have, and I did not like it the first time I tried it.
Oh, cool.
Let's see if I...
See what we think now.
My opinion has changed, or...
Well, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Oh, it's almost like bitter almonds and like lots of sherry.
Or the soap you have in your shower.
Oh, yes. It's really sweet. But it has that aftertaste of, if you know, in the kernels of cherries and in bitter almonds you have arsenic.
Yeah.
And it has that taste of that bitter almond.
The last one I tried had a lot more perfume than this one has.
It's a bit perfumey, but not that much.
No, the last one was insane. Like that was just in your face.
It's really bitter on the aftertaste.
It's really bitter.
But not from hops, from the fruit.
And it's like sweet and dry at the same time.
Yeah. I think it's really cool.
I like it better now than the first time. I'll admit that. Not my favorite, but I like it better. We're going into 2024.
Yes.
Another year.
Another day, another beer.
What do you think? Or before we continue, actually, don't forget to check out our Patreon. It.
Check out our Patreon, where you get the podcast a couple of days in advance
with video, so you can see our ugly mugs.
Yeah, we do video, we do audio. So the audio is always released. The video is released when my computer wants me to release it. Because
once in a while we update when we sit and drink beer, or if we're doing something special, or
we're actually going to take a picture later on with this and give it to you and give you a little teaser of what we're going to have.
Yes, and on Patreon it's free to comment and talk to us, because we'll answer probably. Yes,
well,
I will.
You'll answer.
Yeah, I'll answer.
Yeah,
when I see it.
He's the Patreon guy. I'm more of the merchandise guy.
The technician guy.
well, the technician. But we also started a couple of months back, or actually almost a year back.
Do you mean speaking of our ugly mugs?
Yes, because you can get our ugly mugs on an ugly mug. So we've started a spreadshirt site where you can buy merchandise from us, and well, if you want to wake up in the morning and have coffee out of a coffee mug with our ugly mugs on, perfect.
Yeah. Perfect, yeah.
Or if you want a shirt with just our logo on or whatever.
I have a shirt.
Well, all the links are going to be in the comments later on. So
yes. So back to the episode.
well, if you start talking about the next episode, I'll open the next beer.
Next episode.
No, if you talk about, if you start talking about the next topic, I'll open next beer.
No, 2024 is coming up. Another year of beer year. There's some things already happening. I saw that Beer News has been, or you saw it as well, has been bought up. So Beer News is coming back.
Beer News has been bought by new owners, and we'll know in the next few weeks what's going to happen with them. Beer News has been a a beacon really in beer Sweden about all the news about beer. We've used it quite a lot when we did our beer news in beer stuff a couple of years back, and well, they've been missed. The last thing they posted, I think, was in June.
Last year.
End of June.
Yeah.
End of June last year.
Yeah.
But now they're coming live again, which we are happy for.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good way to stay in tune on what's happening in the beer business.
On the other hand, the newspaper Care of Hops is going away.
Yeah.
Johan is going to do the last 2 numbers of the newspaper, and then he probably going to retire Care of Hops. So that's sad. 2023 has been a tough year for brewers.
Yeah, and the brewery death seems to keep
Stockholm
going.
Brewing, Eskilstuna, Sigtuna, and I think we've only seen the top of the iceberg actually, because
Sadly.
there's quite a few breweries that have
Temple as well.
Temple,
Temple
also
as
going
well.
out of business.
I think it was some more.
Yeah, it's been
yeah,
a
it's
tough year,
sad, it's
and
sad.
I think actually things are going to get tougher before they get better. Sadly.
Support your local craft brewery.
Yes.
Buy their beers.
Sorry for drinking Belgian beers now, but
Yeah.
we're supporting our local here. Cheers.
We just about to say we work with supporting small brewers. So but it's really important to support your favorite brewery, to keep it alive and hopefully keep it alive long enough so it gets better.
Yeah. So most of the breweries are doing fine,
Yeah.
but it's tough.
Yeah, it's like what you said with Sigtuna. It's a small breweries that don't have like a strong standpoint with the monopoly, like a strong presence at Systembolaget, the monopoly, and just keeping alive just at restaurants can be difficult, or is very difficult, unless you have a tap that's on all the time. But if you're just having guest taps, 2-3 kegs, and then you wait for 2-3 months before you buy anything else. So yeah,
So support your local and Systembolaget. That's what we say.
definitely.
Get that beer in from your local brewery.
Yes.
And drink good beer. Premiere the ones who makes good stuff, because that means we're gonna raise the quality of beer all over in Sweden.
It's a quote you usually say that I really enjoy and I have stolen as well, because I usually say that as well.
Yeah,
Good beer isn't expensive; it just costs a little bit more money.
yeah. And instead of having 2 shit beers, have 1 good beer.
Yeah, they're usually stronger.
Next
beer.
Next beer
So-
is a Artevelde Grand Cru. It's from Hyche as well, and Grand Cru to me tends to go towards the Flemish style. I don't know about this. I smelt it and I couldn't find any Rodemacher style notes in it, but yeah, maybe a little.
Yeah, a little.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, definitely that style, but less sweet. Really
Very
dry.
much so. It's very fizzy, like mousse.
Yeah,
like-
it's got lots of carbon dioxide in it, but that's normally what you get from. This is bottle fermented as well, so
yeah.
I kind of like that because it's got a dryness to it, so that really.
I can't place it. it's the flavor all the way back in your.
Well, the thing is, this would work with like hard cheeses,
Oh yeah, definitely.
but you want some like blackberry marmalade on the side as well, or something to bring up the sweetness as well.
It's quite dry. Yeah, I like that.
It's nice, yeah.
Really
First
nice.
time ever for me. You said you tried that before.
No, this one.
Okay, yeah. So this
That
is
one
the
I have
first
never
for
seen.
both of us.
But I'm. It is Brewery Hygge. It says on
Yeah.
the bottle.
It's on the front side as well.
Oh, there, Family Brewery Hygge. It did.
Mm.
You didn't see that before. Yeah. Just the bottles are different from what they usually.
Yeah, it's a different brand in the family of Hyche.
Yeah, within
so
the family. Yeah.
I like
That's
that.
cool.
Hmm? How strong is that?
7.
Probably gonna knock my-
7.3.
Oh, shit. We were planning on going out having a few beers tonight after this. We'll see what happens.
maybe one spot. We planned on 3.
At least.
One is enough, I think. We're getting old.
I'm old. You're not old.
I'm getting old.
Fuck off.
Turning 30 this year.
Yeah. I'll be 52. Thank you.
When you put it that way. Should we open the last one as well? Try it.
Why not?
Yeah. Why not? 2024 is going to be, I think, a great year, even though... Whoa!
That was alive.
That really is alive. So for those of you that aren't seeing this video, which we will probably post on Instagram because that was hilarious, the bottle exploded. And it's been standing in a fridge for about 2 hours. I think, 2 hours. It's been standing behind in a fridge. So it's not that shaken. Should we go get some papers before and just do a pause in the podcast? We'll be right back with you. I'll leave it on. Yeah, I'll talk. So that is probably what happens that is what happens when it ferments a little bit too much in the bottle and it builds up. So when you open it, it's like you shake your soda bottle and you open it. It's very lively. This is a beer with live yeast, so that can happen. Carbonation is a bitch, right? Carbonation is a bitch, right? Alltså, ja. Pratar du? Jag kommer inte på vad jag ska prata om. Jag har sagt att varför det blev så där. Fast jävla vad livlig det måste ha varit.
That was lively. Thank you very much, Sebastian. And I now need to clean my trousers.
Well, you smell like beer, it's all right. We all do.
I always do. Anyhow.
It's a nice smell.
I don't know what kind of beer this is. It's supposed to be a Eau de Viel. So old style, Abbey style beer.
Brewed according the ancient Abbey recipes. I love what's behind here. A beer brewed with love is drunk in the right mind. It's a good little philosophical quote on the back of the bottle.
Well, cheers.
Cheers. Very light.
Yeah, it's a double.
Yeah.
Classic double style, I'd say.
Reminds me a little bit of the Vitka Pater, actually, with the dryness.
Vitka Pater double.
Yeah, which what I've heard is also brewed according to the ancient Abbey recipes, like the old style of double, which is not that sweet or it's more dry.
It's an oud, which means it's classical style, so it's quite dry.
Mm.
It's nice.
Should
we take a break anyhow and try to clean this table up a little bit?
We'll
we'll be back in a few minutes.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, yeah.
Magically, there's cleaning stuff on the table.
Welcome back. Sorry. Welcome back. Welcome back. We've tried to clean up stuff a bit, at least.
Yeah.
And we both realized we've been drinking beers, we need to use the bathroom anyhow.
Yeah, it was just perfect timing, I would say.
When you drink beer, you got to pour it out somewhere.
The one thing I was going to say about 2024 is that, because every year you talk about trends. What's trending? What's new? What's trending?
New shirts. I've taken off my, because there was beer all over it, but I got this from my wife. Oh. So a new trend is making your own beer t-shirts. You got a hop cone, yeast cell, water drop, and a little barley over there, and then going from light to dark.
The DNA
it's the chemistry of beer.
The DNA of beer.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to trend? What do you think is going to grow more or disappear?
Well, classical beer styles is going strong, really strong right now. The haze craze, people still drink hazy, but less and less.
Yeah, it's mellowing out.
Yeah, people are more and more going into like traditional beer styles or going back to like dry IPAs.
Yeah.
what people nowadays call West Coast style IPAs, which in my mind is East Coast style IPAs, but still.
Yeah.
But there's also some California IPAs coming. You know, the ones that are really citrusy and dry and crispy. And that's making me happy.
Those are delicious.
Did we try that beer? No, we didn't.
We did. Yeah, it's the Vitka Pater kind of. Did that before we paused. Very dry, traditional type of.
Yeah, and after it's been
Belgian
standing a
double.
while, it smells a bit like wet dog. No, it's a good beer.
It is.
Dry and nice, really like a
Look at it this way.
meat
Yeah.
beer.
But look at it this way. He was happy to see you.
Yeah, I was really happy to see me. It was all over me.
But
I haven't had someone be that happy to see me in ages. So,
but we realized we've gone on for a while now. We talked about 2023, 2024 a little bit. Not that much 2024. As you said, it's the second week of 2024.
yeah.
Still
But it's actually our fourth year doing
It
this.
is. Fourth year.
Fourth season, we'll
Fourth
say.
season. Yeah, season.
Because I started in July 2020.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
2024.
Time flies. We've done this. You've been in this since
that winter or
November
autumn,
2020.
Yeah, late autumn, early winter.
Just before our Advents calendar.
Don't remind me. PTSD.
Still hurts.
But I'll say you and I go grab a beer and talk shit for a while because we haven't done that in forever as well. And we're gonna leave you guys with this episode and a little bit of talk. We have some cool things coming. I think. Some cool interviews.
But I've got to ask you before we go.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
You are gonna die today. What beer are you having? Just one, no more, and then it's lights out. Thank you very much.
Barclay Brewing Company, Dimensions of Times, the bourbon barrel aged. I don't know which number it was, but the bourbon barrel aged one was fucking delicious.
We still have a few bottles of Barclays.
But if I'm dying, I'm having that bottle by myself. I'm gonna warm it up before opening it, and I'm gonna fucking chug it and die like a fucking man.
like a champ.
That's my answer for that question.
Good.
Do you want one as well?
Well, it's up to you if you want to ask me the question.
Yeah, I'll kill you right now. We're gonna drink.
You know what? I'll probably go up to our secret little cellar and I get myself one of the... No, I'm going to have one of the 9-liter bottles of Cuvée van de Keizer 2009. Because that way I'm going to cheat the Grim Reaper for a while. Because that's going to take me a while to drink.
Yeah.
9 liters of Cuvée van de Keizer. And I promise
He's
you...
probably going to join you.
Well, no. You didn't let me have any of your Barclays. But I'm a nicer guy. I'm the bigger person. You can have one glass.
I think the Grim Reaper takes my share. But hey, guys, stay
safe.
Stay safe. Drink good beer.
And
check out our Patreon.
Check out our merchandise sites. Check out our social medias.
Yeah. Write us if you have any questions. Or just wondering something.
Become a patron. Get some cool merchandise.
Yeah. Or
not from us, from breweries.
Or if you have a chance, come to the bar at Akkurat and drink beer and be served by us and talk shit in the bar.
You don't really want that, do you?
We're nice sometimes.
Yeah.
But the most important, whatever you do,
drink better beer.
There was a saying, in the beginning of time, there was a podcast.